You can never have too many espresso makers all over your island. They're 5,600 bells each, but I can still buy almost 20 of them right now. 20 espresso makers. Any island that has 20 espresso makers is a 5-star island in my book. Mom sent me a present. It's about time. It's probably the same thing she always gets me. Apparently, I missed her letters for a few years. So I think this garden lantern is going to look great right beside my lawnmower, which are going to go right here in between the flowers. This is going to be kind of the central theme to my island. Clutter amongst flowers. Don't you have a shop set up yet? I spent like $100,000 on you. Okay, let me buy some more stuff to convince you. Morning, weirdos. I brought you some. What is that? I need the giant bear immediately. Only 8,500 bells? That's reasonable. I'm gonna build a shrine to this thing. I'm not allowed to sell the presents until after I open them, though everyone likes a surprise. But that's fine. That'll just be one extra step I have to take. Mom sent me one knapsack, tissue box, candle set, tissue box, tissue box. I don't even know how much I got for that stuff. I just didn't want it. My bear wants lots of space, so I'm gonna put him right here. Is that gonna be facing the right way? Good enough. The most painful part of this entire process is coming to see her every day and asking her what the island needs. Back to the Nook stop, recipes and items. Next we get a camping cot and a tricycle for the child in all of us. Although those aren't actually allowed on my island. Not unless I can sell them for profit to the neighbor island. Of everything I'm seeing here, the only thing I could possibly want is a robot hero for 5,000 Nook miles. That seems pretty expensive, but once I put that next to my bear, you'll understand. Oh, it gets a gray background. That means it's extra good, right? Wow, that's way harder than I thought to build. I've only found one gold nugget so far. I really, really want one of these. I just have no idea where to get that stuff. I want to see what this gold nugget is actually worth, considering I'm pretty sure this is the first one I've ever found. 10,000 bells. That's not bad for a single item I found in a rock. Oh, today it's just giving me coins. I don't want those. At least today it's raining. Every day it rains, I get like 1,000 new flowers expanding on my island. Those two are going to look really good in this little patch right up here. There's the cot and there's its matching tricycle. They come in a set, obviously. Decorate the island with items you've created. Listen, lady, I'm trying to build my giant robot. I'm having a tough time. I hope it's a functioning robot, and maybe I can use it to replace you. So what can I create that's super easy and cheap to create? The only thing I've really determined by looking around is that I don't have any resources on me. I'm gonna have to go visit an island and take everything they've got. In case you've ever wondered what I do when I'm not recording, I barely have enough miles left to visit an island after my robot purchase. And the hot item of the day is a natural garden table, so I get double the money for that, plus I get 5 times Nook miles on it. It's only 6,660 bells, but I want the miles more than anything. I'm gonna need an island with lots of resources. This looks like it might work. Thank you, island. You'll probably recover one day. Hope this plane can carry a lot of cargo. That's a little better. Look at all of our choices now. This is now the 10th item I've crafted. I'm gonna go put these all over the island. You know, in case someone wants to sit and watch the flowers grow. Pretty much all there is to do around here. Or drink from a pitcher next to a tiki torch. All sorts of options here. Or maybe some kid wants to play with these toys right next to this dangerous fire. At least we have ourselves another rainy day, and I finally have another workbench. Now I don't have to run all the way to Idiot to build stuff. Because you've been such a good island resident, here's a clump of weeds. Some clumps of weeds? Very cool. I've always said you were simple. Way to confirm it. She's doing that thing again that freaks me out. Still just only 3 stars? What about all the stuff on the beaches? Does that count for anything? More fencing. Seriously? You want more fencing? So about this giant robot, is it going to do more for me than the fencing will? I can make a little bit more fence right now, and I'm going to, begrudgingly. Since this is currently the most important thing on the island, I've got to build a fence around it. Yes, for fence, I give her fence, she still gives me 3 stars. Even more created items, she says, but this is the second time in a few days she's asked for it, so we gotta be getting close. Because people are obviously going to want to admire my bear, we're going to give them a bench to sit on right in front of it. Perfect. I'll even wait here and answer questions about the bear. That setup has to be worth some serious points. I'm sure some of these flowers are new colors. Listen, it's been days of listening to your requests. I need at least 4 stars. What is it with her and fencing? What does the fencing do? Okay, this should automatically make the island 5 stars. 130,000 bells, I think that's worth it. I mean, who wouldn't want to sit in that thing and watch the flowers grow? And since they love fences so much on this island, I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of different kinds. That way I'm sure to be able to make as many as possible. This one takes softwood, which is nice because my other ones don't. And this one's made out of iron nuggets, so that's super expensive, but I'll use iron if I have to. You know, in case someone just wants to lie on the ground and read a book next to a potted plant. I mean, I don't know what the people on this island like to do. They wander around and sing all day anyways. Even after placing more items and a little more fence, we still only have 3 stars. But I think I found a way to speed up this process. I looked up a guide on roughly what you need to get an upgraded island, and we need more ramps and or bridges. So let's talk infrastructure. I'm mostly going to go with inclines because bridges would involve making water and that's extra work. Natural ramps are the cheapest and easiest. We're going with those. That means we'll probably need to make a little withdrawal of about $300,000, so I'm gonna take $400,000. I want to put the first ramp somewhere right here, that way we can look down on the bear and get a better view of it. But no, apparently we can't even simply do that because we need actual cliffs to connect them to. I told myself I was never ever gonna touch this tool again after flattening my entire island because that wasn't a lot of fun for me. I forgot about that little thing. Well, we don't have to spend much time around it. We'll come back tomorrow to check that out. I forgot to pay this little thing yesterday, so it's gonna be another day before our ramp is done. Hey, could you be a little bit more in the way of this very busy building? It's perfect. The only thing that would make it better would be another ramp. How have I never noticed this before? I need more points for this. I've got 4,500 now. I need 5,000 for Godzilla. Anyways, one thing at a time. Let's get another ramp started. But I'm going to need to change the layout a little bit in anticipation of Godzilla. I'm also going to need 2 more ramps somewhere else, so I'm going to build the cliffs for that right now. Simple and functional. And every day that I'm playing through building ramps, I'm also going to be ordering 5 things from Nook Shopping because that's 5 more items I can add to my island. I figure someone might want to come around and read these magazines at some point, so I'll just leave them all over the ground. Some might consider this littering. I call this improving my island. And guess what we have enough for today? Monster statue. If Godzilla doesn't give me 5 stars, nothing will. Except maybe my robot, but I looked up what it's going to take to build that. I'm not building a robot anytime soon. And we've had a huge amount of rainy days. Those flowers have got to be spreading super fast. Today's the big day, because we finally get our monster statue. I can't wait to put that by the bear. And it's even bigger than I thought it was. That's perfect. Do we want it facing to the left or to the right? Probably to the left along with the bear. Bringing Godzilla to the island even gets you rewards. No matter what, this island will always have 5 stars in my heart. I put my other ramps over here just because I could. That should upgrade things nicely. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but I actually have a Godzilla statue on the island now, so please consider that when you evaluate my island. 4 stars! I knew they'd like it. She says, more Nook shopping. I hear more trees. Trees cost 640 for one, and I think I want about 120 of them, which is going to cost me $76,800. And there we go, 120 trees bought. Now I just need to find a place to plant them all. And I'm not going to do it anywhere near town because they get super annoying to have to navigate around. Luckily they are nice and quick to plant, and I'm going to space them out because I know they won't grow if there's anything right beside them, even those two might be too close together. It is surprisingly hard to find a room for all these trees amongst all the flowers and crap I've got around my island now. And that's basically all of them, just a few more to go. The island is going to look way different once these actually grow, then they're all going to be in my way again. But that many trees has to be pretty good for this star rating. Now it's really just a matter of collecting the mail every day, placing whatever crap I bought, and waiting for the trees to grow. And they do grow fast. This is one day later. And every day I'm just going to be buying whatever is cheaper of the 2 items. 5 per day. And a few rainy days along the way sure aren't gonna hurt. Looks like the trees are about done. My island's getting so full it's actually hard to walk through right now, which should be good for the star rating. I do kinda like the flowers amongst the trees vibe I have going on everywhere. It's mostly either flowers or trees, with the occasional utility sink thrown in for good measure. And with that climbing wall, we now have an island full of trees and tons of items, so let's go check our star rating. This might be worth 5 by now. Yeah, you get off my bench. No one else is allowed to look at my stuff. Get out of here. Go. They can look at it when they contribute in any way at all. I'm actually gonna have to save up some money pretty soon if this thing doesn't already have 5 stars running out here, and I think I have 100,000 in the bank. Actually, how do you even do the assessment? You go outside and look, or... Still sitting at 4 stars. All I'm gonna do from this point out is just add more furniture. Shouldn't be more than another week or 2. While I'm at it, I'm gonna craft everything I possibly can and place that all over the island too. Might as well. Any piece of furniture at this point's gonna help. And with that fence alone today, I've placed about 15 items plus this fence. I'm building a cage for you. Catching anything today? That's gotta be 5 stars. There's not even any room for any more items out there. Still only 4 stars, so that means I'm skipping a few years to save up some money. Not really sure at this point how much money it's gonna take to finish this little project. But the flowers are actually expanding all the way up to my town square now. $500,000 should probably be enough. Oh cool, they have the garbage can in stock. I'm gonna put these little rodents in here. Although they probably like it in there. Are you the kind of creatures that like garbage? Actually, you're living on my island, so of course you do. Just placed another 20 of basically these. That's gotta put me pretty close to 5 stars. That might even be 5 stars. There's so many items all over this island. That's a Godzilla. That's gotta be worth 6 stars by itself. Still at 4 stars. Still, after all that. Bridges and inclines. That's the first time she's ever asked for that, so I think we're onto something. I just so happen to love to build inclines to nowhere. Since this is one of the few places left that are even big enough to have a ramp right now, I choose this one. It's perfect. They're totally not going to regret letting me build a ramp in town. That thing you're doing right now? That's why I don't want to talk to you. And a few more delicately placed items. I placed your very expensive ramp. Can I please have my star now? Nope, that's still not good enough for them. Maybe they need another ramp. Hey, they finally gave me an app. Now I don't have to walk all the way over here to buy stuff. That is actually going to make a big difference because I don't have to walk all the way over here, walk all the way in, do all the animations. Not that they're bad, but after the 800th time watching them, I don't need to see them again. And that rewarded me with miles because I've done something. 2,000 miles. I know they said more furniture, but I heard another ramp. I've got so much furniture around this island, you can't walk anywhere without running into a ton of it. Still not there yet, so here's what I'm gonna do. Go and destroy yet another island for all its precious resources. This one will have lots of stuff for me. That should be more than enough stuff to craft everything I need. Because apparently DIY furniture is worth more than the other kind. Probably mostly because they've never actually seen anything I've crafted. I also built a little bit of new fence, so I'm just kind of placing that up here, what I'm calling the fence dump. Even now, after all these rainy days we've had, the flowers still aren't covering the entire island. So my idea before would have taken forever to actually accomplish. But they are still expanding at a pretty good rate. I'm pretty happy with the results so far. And after placing that log bench, I've just added, I believe, 21 new do-it-yourself items just today. So if that doesn't give me 5 stars, I'm not really sure what will. I mean, look at my island. It's either flowers, trees, or items on the ground. There's not really much real estate left to place anything. I could squeeze more things in, but I shouldn't have to. This is getting ridiculous. I'm actually getting lost because it all looks the same now. It's just clutter and flowers everywhere I look. I know you're busy. Please work with me here. 4 stars. Decorate the entire island, she says, head to toe. I could barely fit anything else on the island. I've just now for the first time realized you can buy as many of these items as you want. So you can never have too many espresso makers all over your island. They're 5,600 bells each, but I can still buy almost 20 of them right now. 20 espresso makers. Any island that has 20 espresso makers is a 5-star island in my book. That's the final one. This is a well-caffeinated island. It obviously deserves the big 5. It actually worked. Espresso always works. When in doubt, go the caffeine route. Our island has become so popular that people dream about living here. You're welcome. I want to leave now. And now I get a recipe for a golden watering can. You know what I don't want? More work. I'm not watering anything ever. All it takes to make it is my super rare gold nugget plus a watering can. Well, that was fun. That took way more work than I thought it was going to, but we got there. Now, in case you want to see the entire disaster of my island, I'm going to run around right now. We'll maybe throw a little fast forward thing in. If you want to see how exactly this disaster got to where it is, I'll link a playlist in the description below.